In this video, I'm going to show you how to perfect the golf swing takeaway, because look, if you can get that first section of your swing correct, it can make a massive difference to your overall consistency. I've had like 7 or 8 students this week, all of them from slicing to hooking to pole ball striking. Every single one of them had what I call a handsy swing, an armsy swing, 2 arms driven basically, leading to massive inconsistencies. Once we fixed it and helped them to become more body driven in the backswing, in that first bit of the takeaway, immediately it ramped up their power and consistency. Anybody can do this once you've learnt the skill, but it does require a small process to go through. I'm going to share with you that process because I think it'll really, really help. Before I do though, if you're new to the channel, some of your first videos of mine, please consider subscribing. Just press that little bell button, next subscribe button, you get notified every time I release a video just like this one. Plus, I always put a free downloadable practice plan in the description box below, so you'll never have to remember a thing. So you'll see with great players, when they move this club away, you'll see how lovely and coordinated this motion is. You'll see how their shoulders have moved beautifully. Most of the time here, you'll see this lovely triangle up between shoulders and arms, and the club face is perfectly stable. What this allows them to do is it allows them to make a great backswing, and because they're almost being body-led, the body will lead on the way down, it will keep turning through, the club face is incredibly stable, and it leads to very, very consistent strikes and shots. And very powerful too, because it's body-led. For most of my students this week, they were very arm-led in the takeaway. They had very inconsistent impacts because what was happening is either they would pull their arms in, you'll see this if you ever see this on camera, arms going this way, left the body behind, hands going this way, left the body behind, lifting it up, left the body behind. Lots of faults. Whatever that fault is, you can create a variety of different things. But when you get to the top, because you've been arm-led, you'll be arm down too. Very inconsistent. So, in 3 steps today, I want to show you step by step how you can add structure to this motion and some consistency. So the first thing I want to look at here is this. We want our arms connected to your chest just like this. And when you move that club away, naturally, we want to be in this place, yeah? Strong place. Where look, if my arms are connected, I'm forced to use my body, look, to turn. If I move my arms away, my body is left behind. So simple things you can do to feel this is get anything that seems to weigh, something that's fairly heavy. A bag of shopping, a practical bag as I used in my last video, or grab some weight like this, and just place it out in front of you. A simple exercise to feel what this structure is going to be like. Now from here, just move the body backwards and forwards. Now look at this, because it's a heavy weight, I'm not likely to do this. It's extended. I'm forced to use my bigger muscles, look, to swing this weight towards you. Now as I'm doing this, this is giving me a beautifully coordinated motion without me even trying. So now you've got the structure of this motion. Let me show you how the best players make this look effortless and easy. What I'd like to do is get your feet together for a second and put your arms down here. The exercise that I learned from Dr. Kwon, and I mentioned it in my last video, absolutely brilliant. What I want you to do now is this, I want to ask yourself this. If I try to swing my arms and my feet together, it feels like a lot of effort. But for some reason, when I swing forward and then I step, suddenly look, I'm able to create more momentum. Why is that? Why am I creating more momentum? So you can probably see it. I'm able to use my foot to help launch this backswing. It's that launch, this kind of twist and launch here, that helps to keep and maintain my arms. The best players aren't trying to put clubs in positions. They're able to swing this into position very naturally because they're using the correct muscle groups. What they then do is this. They use this, when you put that pressure on that foot to swing, as they're swinging back here, they then immediately put pressure on this foot to do what? That's right, create stability on the way through to swing this way. So they create a rhythm with this, and this is what I want you to do. This is your takeaway. Create the rhythm. Each foot is landing before you swing. So look, I'm landing, I'm using that pressure to swing, and I'm landing, swing. Each time, look, I'm now able to marry the takeaway into something that resembles much, much more of a golf swing. So let's transfer this now to a golf club. Super simple. All we're going to do is follow the same process. Feet together. We're going to start off just by feeling the backswing first. So remember, we're going to land, then swing, shift and swing. So we're going to swing forward here. Then we're going to use this momentum shift, swing the club, yeah? Swing, and notice this, I'm going back to my feet together exercise first, then I'm momentum. Then very quickly, once you've got that sensation, you might find, just to watch out, maybe check it out on camera, just make sure when you're doing this, you aren't doing this. Swinging back at the same time this is landing. Check it out on camera. What we want to see is you land, then the club comes back. You're using this force here to create momentum and control in the club. If you don't, and this goes together, it is an arms swing, and that will lead to all the problems. So remember, it's landing, then swinging. Now try and do with both feet. So we're going to go forward, shift, swing, shift, swing. Great exercise from Dr. Kwon, okay? So 1, swing, 2, swing. Fantastic, right? So get that sensation, organize the motion on both sides. One thing to watch out for, which I saw with a few of my students, when we're landing and we're swinging, sometimes when the ball's there, you don't want to leave it. So you stop moving here and your arms start taking over. Keep in a strong position. As I'm swifting here and swinging, my chest is there. It's facing you, my back's facing the target. When I'm moving over here now, it's still facing you. Now I'm in a strong position to swing, okay? So each time, bang, bang, get into that strong position. Now you might be asking, well, how do I transfer that just to standing still? Well, get the rhythm of it first, and then you'll find it so much easier to when you go to a standing ball. So do some swings. 1, 2. That could be part of a practice swing. 1, 2. You can even hit golf balls if you want, just like this. 1, 2. This will give you a really, really great feeling. So the question is, how do you turn that into a standing position? Well, look, the drills you've just gone through today, they will provide you with your impetus, because every single player I know has a different type of trigger. Going through the drills will help you discover yours. But let me explain, I'll give you some examples of what I'm seeing working with some of my students and some of the people on tour. So you've got people on tour who will kind of sense this kind of pressure move into their trail foot here, and you'll see them kind of practicing this. And that motion there is a great way. So feel like pressure in there, and it's being driven there by that lower body, okay? You've got other players, maybe like a Matthew Wolf, who has a little pivot this way. He pivots towards the target on the way back and uses the pivot backwards to drive his backswing back. Why he does that, who knows? But the point is he's found it through probably drills that he's been doing. So another example would be, you could imagine almost like a lawnmower exercise where it's really tough, and rather than pulling with your arms, you're going to use your body to pull that lawnmower cord backwards here. That's another way of imagining the swing. But the key is rhythm. What I love about this exercise here, where I'm landing and swinging, is it's a flowing motion. And the more flowing you can get, the more natural it will be when you actually stand still over the golf ball. It's probably one of the reasons why you see a lot of players moving around a lot. They don't get too static, because they get static, they're in trouble. So take that sensation, push that pressure, keep that control, and away you go. Simple as that. So take your time with this takeaway. It's super simple. Build the structure in first. Once you've got the sense of structure using the weight, then ask yourself, how do you create momentum in that weight? That's right, there's a pressure going into the floor. When you do that and you use that floor, you automatically create an organized swing back, and look, an organized swing through. Get those sensations in. Take your time with it. Enjoy hitting some shots, and you will start finding that you'll be having what's called a body-led motion as opposed to an arm-led motion, and you will start to have much more consistency in your game. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Maybe share it with one of your friends. And of course, look, if you're new to the channel, come and join the community by pressing that subscribe button and the bell. And remember, you don't have to remember a thing. I'll put a free download practice guide in the description box below. By the way, if you missed last week's video, real great one, people really enjoyed it. Linked, works very, very well this one. You can access this right here. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you soon.